We got streams to watch. Want awesome Pokemon experiences and fails live? Follow me with notifications on over on Twitch to join me and others on great Pokemon adventures. I go live Sundays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 6 p.m. PST. Links will be in the description below. There have been a number of new Pokemon over the years. Each generation spawns a brand new bunch of Pokemon, varying from anything to a great design, amazing competitive prowess, and a plethora of other factors. What makes Pokemon really fun though, is a hidden gem Pokemon. I'm of course talking about the underrated ones. What I consider to be underrated can range from a Pokemon's design, its competitive potential, and just the fact that I haven't seen people talk about these Pokemon in a very long time. I really do see people sleeping on these Pokemon, and I think it's right for me to give them spotlight here. Due to my appreciation for this group of Pokemon, today I wanted to showcase 10 really underrated Pokemon I rarely see being talked about anymore. So that being said, I think you guys get it. Let's get on with it and wake up some sleeping Pokemon. I want to start off by talking about a Pokemon who is forever trapped in its pre-evolution shadow. I can think of two Pokemon that fit the description, but more on that later. From the Johto region, we have the happiness Pokemon, Blissey. Just the existence of this Pokemon shot Chansey's popularity through the roof, having access to Eviolite with its 250 HP stat and 105 special defense. However, Blissey on the other hand, first of all, isn't locked into any specific item, and is more free to do whatever it wants defensively. Additionally, just like Chansey, Blissey also has an incredibly versatile move pool thanks to being a normal type. On top of all that, Blissey also has two really good abilities for the type of tanky Pokemon it is. The first being Natural Cure, which cures Blissey of any status element by simply switching out, something that Blissey will be doing a lot, especially with Wish Passing. The second ability is Serene Grace, which doubles the chance for a secondary effect of a move to affect the opposing Pokemon. An example of this would be increasing the 10% chance to paralyze from Thunderbolt up to a 20% chance. From a design perspective, Blissey improves on what Chansey did really well, as it is looking like a very happy and caring Pokemon with the egg in its pouch. It also gains a more angelic-like look, with a fluffy skirt and wings behind the arms. I personally think that Blissey does not get enough credit beyond being Chansey's ticket to the Eviolite, but it's actually pretty good as a Pokemon too. Stepping over in Hoenn real quick, we have a Pokemon that I don't think has been talked about in a very long time. That Pokemon, of course, being Absol and Mega Absol. Honestly, even in Pokemon X and Y where this Pokemon debuted, it was not entirely used that often. Don't get me wrong, it was used and it was great, but I think more Pokemon like Mega Gardevoir got a more prominent spotlight, don't you think? What makes Absol very underrated to me is of course its competitive potential. Absol has some very diverse moves, giving it some great coverage options like Fire Blast, Play Rough, etc. Absol's Mega Evolution takes these moves in fantastic stats and is able to sweep teams pretty well too. It's got a decent speed stat at 115, and for that time, 110 was the speed to surpass. The two great attack stats though are what truly makes Absol great, being at 150 for physical attack and 115 for special attack respectively. Absol, however, is a glass cannon, so you have to be really careful when using it. Despite that though, Absol does hit pretty hard, and if you can get past that, it can be a trustworthy Mega Evolution to have. Also, there are other Pokemon that are glass cannons just like Mega Absol, and they do even better if not as great as Mega Absol. So yeah, glass cannons are pretty great. This next Pokemon has its tongue wrapped around a lot of things, and I'm not trying to be disgusting. The Pokemon's name is Lickilicky. I know a lot of people don't like Lickilicky, but I think it's majorly slept on. For one, the design on its stomach is the Wi-Fi symbol upside down, and its face is like Augustus Gloop's from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Bottom line, I think it's really cute. It just looks like a really happy big kid that wants to eat candy. Heck, I would even call it Majin Buu Jr. This also isn't an insult. I absolutely love Fat Boo. He's just having a good time. Design-wise aside though, I will say it's got a good competitive nature to it as well. Being a normal Pokemon gives it a lot more diversity, and with having very mixed stats like these, Lickilicky can be almost any role you want it to be. Obviously, you don't want it to be any kind of speed Pokemon though. Lickilicky also has a pretty great move pool, and moves like Wish, Heal Bell, and a ton of other great coverage attacks. Yeah, I didn't know it got Wish and Heal Bell either. For both of these moves, it's a Wish Egg event in Generation 3. It's essentially a distribution event, one of those GameStop ones. I don't know when this happened, but it apparently did. Though it is practically impossible to obtain today, you can still use it on Showdown, which is pretty nice. I'm a big Johto fan. You guys know me. So I wish to give some spotlight to the Pokemon from that region. In the sea, we can find many aquatic creatures, but none like Qwilfish. When we look at this pufferfish, I really appreciate the poison typing assigned to it, seeing as in real life, pufferfish are very dangerous and only truly skilled chefs can prepare one for a meal. Real life inspiration aside however, Qwilfish really shines in value picks for Draft League format, being a grounded poison type. This allows for Qwilfish to soak up toxic spikes. For abilities, it has access to Intimidate, which makes Qwilfish a very reliable defensive switch-in for a lot of physical threats. With utility moves like Spikes, Toxic Spikes, and a massive explosion to leave the field, Qwilfish certainly shows off some of its best sides, and I think it's time we put this pufferfish into the limelight. Coming up is a Pokemon from Sinnoh I actually really love, being Yanmega. When was the last time you heard anything about this Pokemon? Maybe back in the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl anime when Jesse owned one? Yeah, that was the last time I remember even seeing Yanmega's face on a screen, period. Yanmega, in my opinion, has one of the best designs for a bug Pokemon, so why don't they showcase it anymore? I have no idea, because they really should. Buzzing onto the competitive side, Yanmega is one of those hidden gems. It's got two very good abilities in Speed Boost and Tinted Lens. Speed Boost, you guys should know what that does by now, and Tinted Lens powers up not very effective moves, which is very nice. 95 base speed and 116 special attack also help make Yanmega one of the best bug-type special attackers out there. With that typing combination, it also has access to good stab moves like Air Slash and Bug Buzz. Coverage-wise, it's not too shabby either, having Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Solar Beam. Volcarona is a better option, I will say, but let me tell you, don't sleep on Yanmega. Taking a quick trip over to the Unova region, we have a very hardworking Pokemon and professional basketball player, Kevin Durant. All jokes aside, Durant is actually a phenomenal Pokemon, often forgotten in the wide pool of Pokemon released in the 5th generation. First of all, let's take a look at Durant's stats. 109 attack, 112 defense, and 109 speed. Those are super impressive. Its typing of Bug and Steel also only has one weakness, being Fire. Things are looking good, right? People love Scizor, who's essentially the same on paper, but when we dig into move pool and ability, that is probably where Scizor gains an edge on Durant. Scizor has Technician, Bullet Punch, and U-Turn, whereas Durant has Hustle, which increases Durant's attack by 50%. However, it also reduces the accuracy of all physical moves by 20%. With that power-up, it means you always have to worry about accuracy, but the damage output for moves like First Impression, Iron Head, and if you're lucky enough to hit it, Stone Edge, is almost unrivaled. On my channel, this Pokemon should be overrated at this point, but alas, I had to bring it up again. Hello Sigilyph. How's it going, bud? What have I not said about Sigilyph 1,000 times already? It's one of the best flyers in the Unova region, it's got an incredibly diverse move pool, and its stats are nothing to sneeze at either. If you ever need a flying Pokemon in a Unova playthrough, I guarantee this will be the Pokemon that will not only carry from town to town, but also victory to victory. Use this thing in the playthrough, and I guarantee if you hated it before, you won't anymore. For its design, it's very mysterious, and that's another one of the reasons I love Sigilyph so much. Oh, and it's the better Psychic and Flying type Pokemon. As I mentioned before with Blissey, I could think of one more Pokemon that is overshadowed by its pre-evolution. And for this list, I was specifically talking about Cursola, one of the newest ghost types from Pokemon Sword and Shield. What Cursola did to Galarian Corsola is exactly what Blissey did to Chansey, being the ticket to Eviolite for Corsola. But again, if we look at this Fated Coral, we can see that unlike Blissey, Cursola is a very strong offensive presence, especially on Trick Room teams taking advantage of that base 30 speed. On top of that, Cursola has a base attack of 95, special attack of 145, and special defense of 130. Those are some impressive stats, allowing Cursola to be a potent threat on the battlefield. Those stats, along with the new ability Perish Body, which is pretty much Perish Song upon contact, pretty much means in 3 turns, you're done for. Unless of course you switch out. Onto the move pool, we have annoying moves such as Strength Sap, Destiny Bond, Screens, etc. But where Cursola truly shines is with moves like Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, Skull, just to mention a few. As you can clearly see, Cursola has a lot going on for it, but unfortunately, Galarian Corsola is a wall that seemingly can't be beat, and that has stolen the spotlight from this incredibly strong ghost type. From one ghost to another. Is it Halloween already? Well anyways, let's give a warm welcome to the Gourgeist quadruplets. Small, average, large, and supersize. Just the fact that Gourgeist has 4 different sizes that all have separate roles in the battlefield is incredible and definitely not talked about enough. First of all, let me just say how much I love the design of Gourgeist. The concept of the 4 sizes is just great with the Halloween theme and the spooky carved pumpkins that come in all different sizes. Also, as you guys know, us Americans love to celebrate Halloween. But even then, beyond the great design and even more incredible shiny, we can look at what Gourgeist is capable of in the battlefield. Small Gourgeist is a speedy little fellow with a base 99 speed and a decent attack stat at 85, which allows it to take advantage of moves like Seed Bomb, Phantom Force, and Power Whip. On top of that, Gourgeist has access to some sneaky moves like Shadow Sneak and Leech Seed for a quick knockout or passive recovery. Looking at the other forms, we can see what they specialize in. Average is a bit slower at 84 speed, but raises attack to 90. Large gains another 5 attack up to 95, and an additional 10 base HP, lifting averages 65 up to 75. And lastly, there is Supersize, with the big base 100 attack, 85 HP, and 54 speed. So to summarize Gourgeist real fast, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And the smaller they are, the more nimble and fragile they are. But that just means you can experiment around to see what your team needs. And I think Gourgeist is one of the only, if not very few Pokemon who are able to mix its stats depending on what you need by simply having a slightly bigger or smaller form. The last Pokemon on this list is definitely one I have used before in the Lullabest Team series. Vikavolt is definitely one of the less popular Bug-type Pokemon, but let me tell you, it has a killer design and a lot of hidden potential. The reason it has hidden potential is due to Trick Room and Agility. Trick Room enables the slowest Pokemon on the battlefield to move first. With Vikavolt having such a low speed and high special attack, this is a really great combo to run. Running Choice Specs on Vikavolt of Trick Room can also be very deadly. You can use Life Orb too, but I prefer Specs. Agility enhances its slow speed by 2 stages every time it is used, so that's another great option. These 2 moves help Vikavolt turn that slow speed into a deadly weapon. For stab moves, it gets your traditional Thunderbolt and Bug Buzz. For coverage, it gets moves like Flash Cannon, Energy Ball, and Air Slash. And I mean, that's really the only coverage it gets, but that's all Vikavolt really needs to perform decently well. Well, that pretty much wraps up these 10 really underrated Pokemon. I feel these Pokemon are all amazing hidden gems among the species of Pokemon, and really bring some diversity to the Pokemon community. What do you guys think though? Do you think these Pokemon are underrated? Let me know down below, and also provide Pokemon you consider to be underrated. If you enjoyed the video, why not leave a like and subscribe to my channel with notifications on, that way you never miss an upload. If you want to support me further, consider following my Twitch where I stream all sorts of games from Pokemon to Fire Emblem to Zelda and much more. I also have an anime channel called MysticSage where I do anime reviews, rankings, and countdowns. So if you're interested in that kind of content, go ahead and check that out as well. If you want to support me even further and gain cool perks, check out my Patreon. These lovely people have all given me their support over there, and I couldn't be more grateful to them. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. I'm Mystic Umbreon, and I will see you in the future for more awesome Pokemon content.